Alright. Previously in the GodBreaking, you guys ended your trip down to the material plane, having met with all the new leaders of the civilized nations, um, sought out previous allies. You sent Radthorn and Shaylin off to find where Antares and Nebularos were. Telephos and Ava were trying to put together a plan to help rebuild society, along with King Tyrell, Darius, um, and all the other monarchs and rulers of of the of the land. Then you guys recruited um, Garl Glittergold and Euphemia to become the deities of Lunaria. You brought them back to Lunaria, and Garl became the god of Verkel's vigil, and Euphemia took over Selûne's vigil. She promptly went on to not care about anything that you guys cared about, and she went to go redecorate the moon in her own image. And Garl Glittergold panicked and began the evacuation process of all the merfolk down to Elysium, where Akelia is the gatekeeper goddess. But that being said, Garl and Euphemia did open a portal. Yes. Euphemia is the goddess of the moon. The moon is on all planes. Garl is stuck on that plane. So they opened the portal to the next realm up, and you guys went through it, and you entered into Solaria. Now, the place that you land, you're not exactly sure where. Garl said that he'd send you to the place that the gates are they open in certain areas, and he said there's only one access point that's still open. So this is where he sent you. Okay. It's a dark cavern-like area. It's fully enclosed in rock and earth, but it is massive. It's a whole city underground. You see the mechanisms whirring. You hear the clicking of gears and the ticking of clocks and timepieces. You hear the humming of electrical currents, and you can see the denizens of this realm flowing back and forth in organized fashion. Streamlined, efficient manner is how they're making the way across the plains. The smell is dank, smelling of both like a marshy swamp and oil, with the a bit of rust and machinery, like what do you call it? Metal shavings, that kind of stuff. Iron smell in the air. And you guys look around and you see all these creatures going back and forth, and that's about it. The gateway behind you, back down to Lunaria, flickers a little bit and then shuts. So you guys are currently in Solaria.
You guys, I don't really feel any earth under my feet. It feels like something odd, and I'm not seeing much water. Like, that just looks like sewage. I point to that liquid nearby. I'm like, I'm not feeling many elements except for air, people. This is weird.
What's so weird about it?
Are there like creatures walking around, or is it pretty deserted?
You look around and you see a variety of creatures. So there are they're all mechanistic in nature. They a lot of and a lot of the structures seem to have, even the buildings and what do you call it, like fixtures in the city, light posts and street lamps and that kind of stuff, lamp posts and street lamps and street signs, that kind of stuff. They all have machinery and they seem to move and whir. Um, you can see ocular sensors or eyes all over the place in various buildings and in the sidewalk and even in the so these fish, these machine-like fish that are not swimming in the water but are floating on the water. There are, from where you can see, hundreds and hundreds of small machines of different shapes and sizes, um, traveling up and down the streets. And up in the air above you, there are conduits that host electrical current that these creatures, they attach themselves to, and they flow along there at rapid speed. So yes, there are lots of creatures. There are lots of these tiny robot, not tiny, but they're smaller robots, all over the place. Stuff floating in the air, stuff hanging from attachments to the ceiling. It's a very densely populated area. What do you guys want to do?
Do they seem to be paying us any attention, or are they ignoring us, or are we like hidden somewhere?
None of them that you can see are paying you attention. A couple of eyes of these ocular sensors have kind of like glanced your way. They'll settle on you for a little bit and then they'll keep on moving. And always in the background you hear the steady tick 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 of these massive clocks that adorn buildings all over the place. Um, yeah, everywhere you look, there's huge cogs and gears that are turning and interconnected all along the ceiling, embedded in buildings, rotating in time with the passing seconds.
Do you think they understand words?
Can I do a history check to see if I know anything about them or religion?
Go ahead.
Which one, religion or history?
Roll. This will be a religion check.
Okay.
You've heard tell of a wide variety of creatures and worlds and lands in the celestial plane. Somewhere you remember the name of a city. The city's name is a land that was entire a city that was itself a huge machine. That's all you remember, though. It was a very scant context. It was like a philosopher that was just hypothesizing and making and pulling things together from a dream that he had.
I'll pass that on.
Do they have any signs? Like, which street are we on? Do they have like a bulletin board? How are we supposed to find where we are? There's no wind. Where are the stars?
There's no
moon.
stars.
Oh, thank God, there's no moon. Oh, thank God.
There's no moon. There's no moon. You guys are at that's what the closest street sign says.
What's it say? I came downstairs to make a burrito.
I typed it in chat. Oh, input Prima 01.
Cool.
The street signs that you can see are similarly numbered and marked. So you have conduit, 257 A1, and then you have chipset lane and that kind of stuff. They're all kind of machine speak.
Okay. Can we fly up in the air and then I want to like look around for like I guess what looks like the important building or any major landmarks that seem like they really stick out.
Okay, you're gonna fly.
Yes. And when I say fly, I'm gonna jump real high. I still don't think I can fly.
When he jumps up in the air, can I try to time and cast fly on him right at the height of his jump
Oh, I can
before he
actually
starts
fly.
losing? Oh, can you?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
just,
yeah. You jump up in the air, and Deimos, you manage to jump so hard that you stay in the air. Um, and
physics.
and you continue to float upwards. Now, like I said, the this is a huge cavern, so with 100 feet up, it kind of let's see, 100 feet is no, we'll call it 300 feet up. It kind of maxes out. Um, but as you go higher, you can see a little bit more. And again, the buildings and the all of the way things are structured. It's the city is integrated with the ground and also the ceiling, so it's very densely populated.
Amos,
Um,
look at that guy there, and I point towards that dude under that clock on the right of that like traffic signal. Get directions from it because there's some guy in a window there.
look out the window.
Right there.
Yeah, I see you. All right. Now, Deimos, what are you looking for? What are you doing?
Just trying to find like the most important looking building or thing, or at least something that looks significantly more important, where we can maybe get some info.
Okay. You see an area where a lot of roads seem to radiate out of, and all these roads of course are parallel, perfectly in line, branching off at right angles, those kinds of things. None of the roads are curved. None of the roads run and they run at either 90 degrees or 45-degree angles, so everything's perfectly cut, kind of like a circuit board.
Okay. Guys, I think that thing over there looks important.
Have you guys noticed that it doesn't look like the demons have had an impact in this land like it did in the past too? At least at a glance.
I wonder if this place was like hidden in the ground and they never found it.
I don't know. It might be so different that they didn't feel like they needed to do anything.
Or maybe none of these things have souls, so they never could find it.
Can you turn your volume output up, Renly?
Okay.
So you guys head over in that area. Are you all flying over there? Or are you trying to take a road? It's we'll call it one sector away. From the air, you can see that this thing is gridded out, Deimos.
Mm-hmm.
So one sector away, which is a little larger than a city block.
Guess we should. You guys just want to like walk, just in case there is something that's still looking around for us.
Sounds good.
Okay. You walk in there?
Can I do?
Let's
Oh,
walk.
go
That
ahead.
way we can let our flying abilities kind of like not let everyone know that we can fly just in case we need to get away or something.
Smart.
Okay.
This is.
What are you doing, Aegis?
Give me 2 seconds here. I'm reading. Hey, Owen. Do you know the spell Greater Invisibility?
Nope.
Oh, you can't get that. Oh, that sucks. Can you make yourself? Do you know the spell Invisibility? Sorry.
Nope. I'm a sorcerer.
God, you guys don't get invisibility? That sucks. Alright, never mind. Carry on.
It's available. It's just I only get 15 spells to choose from.
Ah, gotcha.
I will attempt to do my comprehend languages as we walk, and maybe I can understand something from all these boops and beeps or whatever sounds coming
Okay, that's a lot better, Renly. Your volume like doubled.
around. Okay.
Okay. Comprehend languages. Let's see here. Any spoken language that you hear, you also understand your written language. Oh. Roll intelligence check, Renly.
This will
See
go great.
see how well you catch on to machine language.
Fuck.
Wait. Hold on. Does she get advantage since she has experienced YouTube?
No.
I have seen the R2D2, and it made no sense, obviously.
Okay, so Renly, you're completely baffled. The what normally would have worked in all the worlds that you've been to, even in the the wilds of the Fae, you go there and you're able to comprehend, quickly catch on to the nuances and the structures of their languages. But this is foreign. This is just patterns and beeps
Other.
and yeah, yeah. You understand like
Alrighty.
squat. Okay. You guys are making your way down a street. It and along the way you see buildings. There are no storefronts. There are no um, there are no bars or theaters or anything like that. But you can see that entire sections are labeled. So there's machinery. There's fabrication. There's encoding, those kinds of things. And all along the way, these small creatures. So they're about the size of they come up about the size of a halfling kind of thing. Creatures all over the place, zipping back and forth, of various shapes and sizes. The ones that you see the most often are circular in nature. You see lots of them all over the place, zipping back and forth, kind of fluttering and they moving quickly along the roadway. Again, up above you, there's creatures that are attached to lines, conduit lines. That are moving quite rapidly across. Every once in a while, you'll see creatures more. Let's see here. Of with different number of sides. Things like that. Okay, those are the most common ones that you see as you zip back and forth across you see them moving across the area. But the vast majority of them are the circular ones. You keep moving, and it doesn't take you long, just a few minutes. The creatures are just kind of ignoring you. They're moving around. Every once in a while, you'll see like a building, its ocular sensor open up, glance at you, and then shut again. But for the most part, you're not being paid any mind at all. You get to this larger building, and it says Central Circuit Way, is what it's labeled. There are a number of windows with drones behind them, a drone in each window facing outwards. No other robots or creatures or denizens in this area are going to these windows, but there are 5 open windows with a drone in each just outwards, and across the top is scribbled, is not scribbled, but like in blocky machine language. It says, above the top of the 5 stations, they look like bank teller stations.
Is there anybody manning them?
There's a drone in each window.
I'll go up to one of the windows and say, "Hello, good sir or madam or construct.
Okay. The
My name
creature,
is Elwin."
the creature behind there is a circular-shaped creature. It looks at you with its single ocular sensor, and it says, and it's in its coding, you can hear vibration coming out in a machinish kind of language. It says, "Elwin, greetings, Elwin. Interesting nomenclature you have. This one is of designation Melwin."
Oh, that's so cool. It's like Elwin, but with an M. I like you.
Yes, one letter greater.
So, as you can probably deduct, we are new here in your realm. And Melwin, what kind of information would you have about this place that you can provide for me and my companions?
Melwin has role designation of welcome drone. So, welcome, Elwin.
What other designations do you have?
Um, Melwin. Melwin has designation of welcome drone. Welcome, Elwin.
Oh no.
Melwin, would you be able to direct us to the location of whoever is in charge here?
Melwin, unable to comply. Melwin, he says, engaging tourism mode. And his head clicks a little bit, and he says, "You are here in Modereme, a fascinating land of machinery and whirring cogs. Welcome, visitors, to this fabled machinistic land. This is the engine that drives all of Solaria. As the wheels turn, so turn the planets as they circle the plane." Then he clicks again. He says, "End of recording."
Melwin, can you activate sightseeing tour mode? Yeah.
Melwin engaging tour guide mode, and then he kind of stands up on these two legs, and his cubicle kind of opens up, and he steps out, and he looks around, and he says, "Come, Melwin shows you around Modereme."
Lead the way, Melwin.
He begins to walk, and as he walks, he's pointing out various things. The salient points that you gather are that you are in the center of Solaria. Solaria is itself, as a plane, it consists of one enormous mountain. At the very top of the mountain, at the very pinnacle of Solaria, is a temple. Now the whole mountain is populated by a wide variety of indigenous life forms, angels, archons, gods with their full array of attendants, and all their creations and worlds. They span across the surface of the mountain. At the pinnacle is the palace of the overseeing god, the gatekeeper of Solaria, a silver dragon, a grand silver dragon named Bahamut.
I start creaming. I need to change my robes.
But currently, you are in Modereme, which is the land of the Modrons. These machine-like creatures that makes up the core of the mountain. It's the machine that as it turns, like the recording said, powers the orbiting of the planets. It's like the source of like basically just planetary motion for all the known worlds.
I knew it. The flat earthers were right. They don't go around the sun.
I was just watching a YouTube video yesterday about flat earthers. They're a funny group for sure.
Yeah, but hey, but I mean, about flat earthers, all I have to say is, what if they're right?
Be fucking great.
If they're right, then NASA has pulled the greatest deception in the history of mankind.
It'd be pretty awesome.
We just gotta find that gigantic ice wall and see what's on the other side.
There was one, wasn't there a flat earther that died building a rocket?
Yeah,
Like a few weeks ago. He built
Yeah.
a rocket, it flew up and died.
yeah.
No, the funniest one was at their last convention. This like big hardcore flat earther had this friend of his come up on stage to do an experiment, and the dude's experiment proved the earth wasn't flat. It was like the most hilarious thing ever. Yeah, they're harmless. I don't know why people make such a big deal about them.
I don't know. There's some people out there will just cling on to anything. So
It's
I
not as bad as
yeah, there's definitely worse things I could believe in.
Oh,
yeah, like those people who think there's an ancient city underneath Los Angeles inhabited by lizard people trying to take over the world.
That's a thing. Damn.
Yeah, it's a thing.
Oh, there's tons of like.
Don't make fun of
yeah.
my people.
Don't do it.
Just kidding.
Yeah,
There's a hole over Antarctica.
yeah, like there's actually people who push it even further who actually say that Barack Obama is one of the lizard men, and so is Hillary Clinton.
Oh man.
Alex Jones.
Yeah, oh god, Alex, if you have not watched Alex Jones, you have to. He's the most hilarious conspiracy theorist nut job I've ever seen in my life.
Lizard people. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a big pusher of the lizard people thing. And
Oh,
that
I
Kim
know.
and that chemtrails are the government like spreading mind controlled drugs to take over the country.
Just saying, yeah. All the anti-vaxxers are definitely not talking right now. Though.
Oh, the anti-vaxxers.
Why aren't they? I'm trying to tell them how their essential oils are gonna solve this.
Yeah.
You just
No,
gotta
like what-
you just gotta rub some peppermint on it.
Peppermint, and then have also the healing crystals.
Like I have to give Alex Jones though a lot of credit. The dude like he's not a conspiracy theorist. Like if you watch him enough, you see right through it all. He's using all that because if you look, he has a big online store. He like sells zombie survival kits and shit
Oh,
like
nice.
that. And he's basically what is it, a snake oil salesman?
A rich
And
snake
he
oil
uses-
salesman.
Yeah, he does. He makes a fat fucking amount of money off his online store. I get why he acts the way he does because it makes him lots of fucking money. I don't honestly believe he believes half the shit he spews out his mouth on his show.
All right. So he walks you around, and you guys get a tour of the land. Like I said, you see one large area called the server farm. And there's a lot of information connection points running in and out of there. There's conduits all over the place on these light rails that are above you. You know, they're suspended in the air. There's an entire waste section called the dustbin, and there's all kinds of different creatures moving back and forth with various designations. Melwin tells you that some of them are called sweepers, some of them are called coolers, some of them are called runners, those kind of things. There's various occupations. You guys notice several things. First of all, that everything is highly organized, very machinistic. Every creature has its job, its designation. All over the place, you see these clocks ticking. Everyone roll a perception check.
Oh, I'm pretty sure that's not there anymore.
You said persuasion?
Perception.
Perception. I see nothing.
You see nothing. Neither is Renly. Renly, you're completely baffled. There's no sky. All there is this chemical filled like wastewater. There's no plants. You are completely out of your element, Renly.
It's
Oh, your volume went down to like a quarter of what it was.
oh my god. Okay, hold on.
Maybe it's like a loose connection in your headset, like a short.
No, everything's. Is this any better though?
It's like quiet, but then like it'll randomly jump up.
Oh, you know what? This is like voice something something. Let me get rid of some settings.
Anyway,
Is it something like it automatically detects your volume and switches it as you're talking? That
Indeed.
shit sucks.
Is this any better now?
not really. Anyway, while she's figuring that out, but Deimos and Deimos was the highest roll. Deimos, I mean, you're perceiving something. I mean, it's more like, well, I mean, you just managed to look in that direction. All the clocks read a different time, and you down one streetway that you're not walking on, you see a huge pile of rubble, just piled up there, and it's like it's not like rocks and stuff, like something caved in. It's like debris that or these machines, these cogs, these things, these essential parts of the city, things that you see built in the building blocks of the place. And there's just a big pile of them. It's the only bit of chaos that you've seen. You actively see a bunch of these drones around it, cleaning it up, like picking them up, stacking them neatly, quite high in the air, and carting them off. Okay.
As I point out everything that I see.
Okay. As you're walking, as you look at that, you pause for a moment, Deimos, and you're looking at that. You hear a chime from one of the clocks, and as it does, you see all the wheels, these huge cogs in the ceiling, and in the ground, in the buildings, all decorating the wallscape of this massive cavern, begin to turn. They were steady. They were static before, but as the hour strikes on one of the clocks, the all these huge, massive cogs begin to rotate, and they all turn each other. And as the motion begins, you see them begin to stutter and shake, and then reverse their direction for a brief bit and settle back down to their location before. And as that happens, you look around, and the whole city just stops. It kind of like seizes in place. Everything around you it's very surreal. Everything just stops. Melwyn just stops in place. And then the next few minutes, as everything is ceased, there's only one way to describe it. It's chaos. All those creatures that were piling up these stacks of materials suddenly just chuck them down to the ground, and throw them onto this heap of rubble. Other creatures from all over the place begin to go up to buildings and toss construction pieces down into the street below. The clocks, several clocks, are spinning wildly in different directions, all erratically. some creatures are just bashing into walls, just running into things at high speed. You see the conduits above you, Modron just careening off, detaching from the conduits and smashing into wall fixtures, um, and in that moment, Melwyn kind of turns around and looks up at you, its eyes blinking, and it says to you, "Oh, visitors here. I have not seen a visitor in a long time. Um, this, I am Melwyn. Where do you come from? How did you get here? Might I come with you when you leave?"
Hi, Melwyn. I am Elwyn.
"Hi, Elwyn. That's a funny name. That's like my name minus one."
Right, yes. Hey, do you know what happens when everything stops and resets? What do you guys call that?
What? What do
You
you
have no
mean?
recollection? No recollection?
Melwyn is unsure of what you're talking. Melwyn just he looks around. He says, "Wow, look at this place. It's quite grand, isn't it?
It is, Melwyn.
And you are quite
Active.
tall.
Why, thank you.
In
I
physical
am an
size, you're
elf.
like me plus 3. But in name, you're me minus 1.
You are quite the observant little Melwyn. Melwyn, activate tourism mode.
What? What does that mean?"
I think you broke him.
Shit. Would you like to come with us, Melwyn?
I would love that. Where are we going?
We are going to explore this place.
Oh, great! And he starts walking alongside you, and looking around. The chaos is beginning to mount. Several larger robots are sweeping back and forth, breaking buildings, pulling cogs off the wall, crushing smaller drones. And Melman looks around and says, "This place doesn't seem very happy. Or safe. You are me in size plus 2, so Melwyn will hide behind you."
Yes. Hide behind me, Melwyn. I will protect you. Looking around, now that we're seeing the destruction, does it seem that there, at one point in the past, that this destruction happened before? Or was this, did we disrupt something and everything just went shit to shit?
What you're noticing, so you guys just kind of watch this chaos, and it continues on for 3 minutes, and then the gears, the massive gears, stop seizing and they stop struggling and straining, and then they go back to a resting state. And as that happens, the clocks they stop spiraling out, and they begin to tick forward in a normal pattern. And all the drones in the area pause, turn, and go back to their normal business. A lot of drones mobilize and begin to clean up the rubble, repairing buildings, clearing streetways, picking up broken drones, piecing them and bringing them off to repair centers or off to the dust bin, which is the huge kind of like landfill in the center of the city. At that point, Melwyn looks up at you and says, "They're all changing. They're all going." Then he goes, "Tourism mode reactivated." And he begins to walk ahead of you, pointing out another structure.
I'm gonna say, hey, Melwyn.
Melon pauses and turns. Yes. That is this one's designation.
Melwyn, have you ever noticed that the clocks go haywire, and a lot of the creatures here start acting a little bit different than their designations?
Impossible. Modereme, it was designed by the gods, by the great Modron himself, craftsman god, to be a perfect cog, a perfect machine that would run for eternity. This is the machine that spins and powers the cycling of planets and heavenly bodies. This is the machine upon which the fires of the divine forge are flamed.
Okay. Um, Tell me about Bahamut. Does he still reside at the top of the mountain?
Bahamut, divine, benevolent god of dragons, silver deity, god of justice and power. Bahamut's domicile at the top of Mount Solaria is a massive palace created from his, built entirely out of his endless dragon horde. Jewels and pearls and diamonds and gold glitter as far as the eye can see. Visitors are welcome to visit Bahamut on the 1st and 15th day of every month.
What day is it today?
Today is day 24.
How long is the travel time to get to the palace?
First, one would have to venture to surface of Solaria, and then find access way along along Grand Royal Road. There are transports to service of Solaria in quadrants 7, 12, 58, and 119.
All right, Melvin, would you please guide us to the nearest um, one of those things that you mentioned?
Very well. And he begins to he changes direction and begins to walk off in a different direction.
All right, I'm gonna take note of how much time passes from right now until if that thing happens again, where all the clocks go all nuts.
Okay.
How much time?
Okay.
Also, which quadrant are we in?
You're in quadrant 284.
Oh.
Didn't Kildrak take Modron's spot?
He did. He was beginning to work in that area. Yeah.
Okay. Good to know. Yeah, I just start following Melvin.
Okay. He begins walking down the street and hits a primary roadway. And he says, "We will continue on to closest surface transport area, section 119." He says, "Estimated travel time, 6 days, 4 hours, 27 minutes, 13 seconds."
Melvin, would you happen to have a be able to show us a map of the region of where we are and our destination?
Okay. Sure, he'll show you a map. Just let me draw it. So, the city itself is built up into this underground cavern, right? And it's subdivided, gridded out, just like the grids on this map. You guys are currently had just come in input Prima 01, right here, and traveled one sector over. Okay, so this is where you are, sector 284. You are traveling to sector 119, which is over here. And then there's other input points, at sector 7, or service chamber 6 or 12, and sector, whatever I said, 53. Most notable features, there's a section called, let's see, the dust bin, which is the only erratic shaped object in the area. There's the server farm right here, the main chipset, and all across, like I said, in straight lines and 45-degree angles are conduits that run across the city. So
Okay.
Melwin kind of like projects that onto a wall for you so you can see it.
I am going to try. I'm just going to pick a point in the distance that I can see.
Mhm.
And I'm going to tell everybody, hey, gather around. I want to try something.
Okay.
I'm going to try teleporting us to that point. And if it works, now that I've seen the layout, I can try teleporting us to our location so it doesn't take us 6 days of travel time.
Sounds great. Sounds great. Anything to get us out of here faster.
Okay.
Well,
As you begin to do that, first of all, I don't remember if we activated teleporting in this land yet, did we? No, you can only teleport to the vigils.
Okay, that's what I
So-
wanted to know.
Yeah. So I mean, you begin to form the sigils and stuff, but as you do, Melwin kind of looks at you. His eye grows a little bit wider, and he says, "Forbidden actions, forbidden actions, forbidden actions." And out of a building come two of these creatures. These are large. They're probably 10 feet across from point to point.
Wait,
Two of them
a
come out.
starfish. I recognize the. No, that's not a starfish.
And they walk and they head in your direction, right? There's a weird monotone kind of vibrating that forms into words and says, "Arcane manifestors detected. Prepare to purge."
What?
Oops. I stopped casting the spell.
As you stop, they kind of they pause in front of you, and they sit there for a full 30 seconds. Each ocular sensor on their tentacles just glaring at you, spinning, cycling back and forth, looking, and they say, "Violation no longer detected," and they turn around and start to drift back to where they came from.
That's weird. They didn't do anything when you cast your comprehend languages.
Well, that was a ritual, and I'm not sure if that is different from like regular casting. I don't know. Or maybe because it's so like such a minor thing, it doesn't register on their thing.
Melwin says, "Use of arcane arts are forbidden in all of Modereme. However, exceptions are made for entry points in and primary input areas."
Oh, so we have to go back to the entry point.
Okay. Understood. Have many visitors come by that you recall, Melvin?
He blinks a little bit and says, "No visitors have been logged in His cogs whir a little bit, and he says,
I think you broke him again.
127 years, 4 days, 12 hours, 13 minutes, 52 seconds.
Okay. Well, guys, I think we have quite a walk ahead of us. Unless you guys have any other ideas.
Everything in
Hey.
this is magic, so no.
So we can use magic in an entry point, right?
Is it faster to go back to the entry point and then make some magic happen?
I still can't teleport us. We haven't unlocked it.
Oh, okay.
Let's fucking run for it.
But also like kind of like time out like this clock thing. Maybe see like, because you know like when a bunch of clocks that are all like linked together are one runs slower than the other one, so we can kind of like track where like the main gear is. That's like where the center, like epicenter of like this fucking clocks kind of season up thing is.
Yeah, let's take off and we'll keep an eye out.
Okay.
Lead on, Melvin.
He nods and turns and begins to continue his journey, walking down the streetway. You guys continue, and what you're seeing is a lot of the same. There's every sector. It's almost like each sector is a clone of the previous one. There the individual drones that are going back and forth are different, but a lot of the functions are the same. They duplicate across this series of sectors. You guys continue on, and you're noting the clocks. You're noting the time that's moving on, and at best, and into your journey, the clocks begin to seize up again. The gears along the ceiling begin to turn, but then they stop. And as they do, you hear this from now a little bit closer to the center of the city. You hear this horrible grating sound of huge steel machinery just seizing up, and the massive tension and pressure that's being held, and they vibrate, rattling in place. And as that happens, all the clocks stop and begin to spin wildly in different directions, erratically and randomly. The drones all cease their normal functions and go off into chaos again. And Melwin looks at you and says, "Ah! Visitors! You're here again."
Yes.
We never left. You keep timing out into travel mode.
This one is named Melwin. Who are you? Where are you from?
You don't remember us, Melvin? We met before.
Have we? What is your designation?
My designation is very similar to yours, -1. Mine is Elwin.
Clever. I am Melwin. I am like you +1. Does that mean I am your greater?
No, because in dimensions, I am you +3.
Oh, clever. Clever. So you should carry me around. And he hops up into your arms and and, and begins to talk to you. Where are you from? Could I go there with you?
Absolutely, Melvin.
Oh, that would be great.
We're gonna stay up late, swap manly stories, and in the morning I'm making waffles.
He smile. A machine smile comes to him, and then he looks down, and he kind of pokes you in your face just a little bit, just kind of gently, and says, "You are different than Melwin." And he kind of pokes his own arm. He pokes your face again. He says, "You are made of different substance."
Even though we are made of different materials, Melwin, does not mean that we cannot be best friends.
Melwin has never had a friend.
Well, Melwin and Elwin are friends.
Hot diggity! He smiles and is looking all around. He says, "Where are we? Where are we going?"
We are going in that direction, and I'd like to introduce you to my other best friends. This is
Oh, wow.
Stamos.
You have lots of friends.
Hey, I'm Demus, the best friend.
This is Renly.
Hi.
You are not much bigger than I.
Right. And I back off behind Tempest.
That's Adis.
Greetings, Adis. I am Melwin.
I think we should call you Forgetful.
Forgetful.
Don't listen to him.
He says, "Was that a mean thing?"
No, it wasn't. He he's in the friends circle, but just delete the best in front of the friends.
Melwin understands.
All right.
And
How long did it take for since the last time it happened to this time?
1 hour.
Shit.
Melwin looks around and says, "Oh, things are not right here.
They are not.
Something must be wrong."
True. And I'm going to.
When I think that the thing is gonna like start back up, I'm gonna see if I can super hold person on him to
Hold
see
on,
if I
hold
can
on.
make his. Oh, sorry.
I'm not doing that.
I want to use my music of the spheres.
Okay.
To whenever this happens and Melwin turns back to his programmed self, the next time that he shifts over to Fun Melwin, for the memories to stay, the ones that he had. So every time that he turns into best friend Melwin,
Mm-hmm.
he remembers what happened each time. Like his memory doesn't reset.
Okay. In that moment, as as the seconds tick by, and you realize that 3 minutes is this repetitive introduction of chaos into this world. Let's see here. Okay, yeah. So I'll put this under freely manipulating the inanimate physical material within it. Roll a Also roll an intelligence check.
All right, and I'll spark it.
Okay.
Intelligence, you said?
Yes.
And you know what? I'll lucky that too.
That's a bit better.
So I'm rolling a d6. Fuck.
Midas.
Yes.
6 seconds after he does that, I'm gonna use my 10th level spell to cast Wish and change that 1 to a 6. It's a property of Wish to alter a roll to whatever you want.
Yeah, it won't work on awakened things.
Oh,
You
it
could
won't?
you could
Would
you
I
could,
know
you could
that?
you can change his intelligence check.
Okay,
You
I'll
can't.
change his intelligence check to a 20.
Okay. Yeah, you can't change sparks.
Okay,
Awakened
that's cool.
rolls. Okay. So Elwin, you roll a natural 20. And as you do that, you it's actually kind of serendipitous because the music.
Oh, wait, hold on. Midas, I apologize. He can re-roll it again.
You can't change it to something.
No, never mind, I won't do it, because I thought it let me change it, and I'm rereading it. Change it to what I want, and it's just allows them to... It forces a re-roll, which means it can make him roll a worse roll, so... I won't do that. Sorry, my apologies.
Renly, you would have
Oh
enhanced
wait,
him.
Yes, you'd have been
wait.
able to roll it one last time.
Oh no, I can. He can. Elwin, you can reroll your intelligence check, and I get to choose which one you use. So if it's higher, then you could get a better roll.
Okay, so hold on. So Renly would have given you enhanced ability. So just roll advantage. Roll one more time, Owen. Okay. And
That's not with advantage.
I'm also
You didn't
guided.
roll with it. You didn't roll with advantage.
no. That was he. So he
Yeah,
had a
that was-
9 and a 4. A 9, a 4, and a 6 is what he rolled. So now with
Okay.
Adis's wish,
I will force you to reroll it.
roll one more time.
We're trying so hard. You are screwed.
And you
are
get
screwed.
you will use the 9.
Don't forget the +1.
I think that's all I got that I could do to help you.
It was 13, right? The bare
Oh.
minimum, right?
Huh?
Yes, the 13 was the
The
9.
bare minimum. Yeah.
Yeah. So he rolled a
Oh wait,
13.
wait. Hold on. Oh, can I use my Music of the Spheres to double all weave effects and make it so that it makes him reroll twice?
Yes.
Okay, roll again.
When did we get back our music of the spheres? I'm still waiting for my nat 20 after long rest.
So you use it a 9. We tried, Owen.
Really, what you're trying to do. It's not that hard, guys.
Owen,
That
you
spark should help something though.
you just burned 2 Music of the Spheres at 10th level spell.
I don't think I have anything else I can do to help.
Elwin, so it comes back every week, Renly. We'll just say this is the second week,
Oh, okay, yay!
just for the heck of it. Sure. So Elwin, you begin to alter. You look into Melwin's machinery and his mechanical mind, and you see. Like I said, it's serendipitous because the music of the spheres is the divine consonants, the harmonics of the planets in motion that you're tuning into with your awakening and tapping into that power. Well, this realm, this Modereme, is a part of the cog in that cycling of the cosmos, and as you tap into that perspective, you can see the flaw. You see a little bit of the flaw reflected in Melwin's mind. You make one small change in that brief fleeting moment that you have before the chaos ends. You are unable to fully fix him, but you carry a shard of thought over. It's just you realign one little thing, so it'll make a difference.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Okay.
And as the wheels begin to, as the cogs cease, they're seizing up. They begin to, they go back to their static position, and all the drones around you return to their designated roles. Melwin.
As soon as Melwin goes back, I tell him, "Hi, we are visitors. Tourism mode. Please take us to the closest. What do you call it? Ascension point?
Yeah, surface access point.
Yeah, all that stuff."
Yeah. Melwin pauses and says, "Tourism mode activated. Triangulating. Beginning transportation to Area 119. Okay. It's okay, it is. We'll pretend that it's reset because this is a different zone.
Yeah, wasn't it like it comes back every week, or if you roll a natural 20, wasn't that what it was?
Oh, that's
something
right.
like
I think you're
that.
supposed to roll. I
At
forget.
every long rest.
Yeah, every
Let
long
me
rest.
charge on an at 20 after long rest.
There you go.
Mine says once per week you can do this, and I think maybe you might have changed it or something, because this is what mine says.
I
But
did change
I
it.
could have swore I thought you said you roll a d20 after a long rest, and if you roll an at 20 you get it back. Otherwise, it comes back after a week. Is what I thought, but I don't remember
I think I
totally.
originally had it at a week, and then I changed it to the D20.
Okay.
Let's just go with the week. That'll be easier to keep track of.
Okay. Yeah, I'd set mine to freaking daily. So when you did that last long rest, reset it last week, and so I came in and I was like, oh, I guess I have it.
That's fine.
Totally
Yeah,
forgot.
I had it at daily too, so I
It's
just
fine.
changed it to.
It's fine. This is a new realm. We'll call it. Let's say that you guys have it. So Deimos and Renly, you both have your music of the spheres back.
I checked to see if our miracle is back too.
Your miracle is not back.
Sure about that.
No, that one I do have set on
Indeed,
once.
it is not.
Okay. So
Ooh, I wonder
Melwin
if I could wish those back.
Melwin begins
We should try that.
to transport you along. And you guys keep walking.
Hey, Elwin, we should totally try that sometime.
Yeah, I really doubt it, but yeah, we can try.
Are you propositioning him? What?
No, you shouldn't try it, Elwin. I should try it. Because you can lose your wish. I can't.
Sounds broken.
What's broken? Oh, being able to wish back a miracle?
Okay.
I want to try to wish back everybody's, just one person's.
So you guys continue to walk with him. Are you guys trying anything during this hour?
Oh, just a reminder, Midas, it's, for whatever reason, these characters got removed from the party sheet and it's back to our other guys.
I have you guys as your normal ones on the combat tracker.
No, I meant on the party sheet.
Oh,
not
the party
combat
sheet.
tracker. I don't think there was anything I needed to do along the way.
Oh, I'm just gonna try and find out what starts ticking in him to make him switch back to this way instead of his normal way.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna break it.
All right. So you guys continue on, walking with him. An hour goes by before the next cycle happens, and you guys are looking around a little bit more now and observing a little bit more about the chaos and about all that's happening. Yeah, go on.
I want to do something to him right before the chaos thing comes again.
Okay. All right. So it's almost coming up again. But what you guys are seeing is that the destruction, the chaos that happens in the environment is greatly hindering the operations or the process of this land. It's taking most of the hour, a good 60% of the hour for all these drones just to get back to normal, to repair the damage that was done, to get the buildings back in place, all that, and that every time it happens, there are hundreds of drones that are crushed and destroyed, and they're just carted off to the dustbin, the landfill. So, This is the third cycle, the second cycle that you've seen, and you realize that there's something very wrong with the land. You're not sure that it's able to do anything that it's designed to do.
Something's out of whack.
Should we head towards the center to where the cog is instead?
I have an idea for helping your friend with his memory, Owen. Next time it comes up, anyway.
So what do you guys think? Should we head towards the middle, or should we still head towards the access point?
Well, this place controls the forge, and we need the forge, so we gotta fix this place.
Did we think that Bahamut was in a cage?
Yeah, remember I had that dream that he
Yeah.
was enslaved and chains.
So we might need to have to forge something or do something crazy in here so we can get those chains off, I'm guessing.
And a couple other people confirmed that too.
All right. So I tell Melwin, change of direction. Can you please take us to the great cog in the middle of the city?
Melon pauses and says, "Tourism mode. Recalculating direction. Heading towards central chipset. Travel time 6 days, 2 hours, 27 minutes, 14 seconds." And he begins to walk off, changes the direction by 90 degrees, going north now.
I'm gonna look in my backpack and say, "Who the fuck put 3 pounds of constantly burning dog shit in here?"
Wait, I thought he was in Elwin's arms.
No, when he goes back to
No,
his normal mode,
Yeah.
he jumps back down to the ground.
Ah,
Okay. The next cycle comes around.
okay. Right before it happens, I true polymorph Melwin into a human.
No, because we still need him to guide us when he's all right.
He doesn't lose his personality and memories whenever you true polymorph.
True polymorph Melwin into a human.
I won't make it permanent. It's just to get through the whatever gear fuckery is going on with him.
No,
Okay.
I mean, we still need him. What I didn't want is for the 3 minutes that he's best friend Melwin, for those memories not to go away. That way, every time he transforms, he remembers everything that happened. Because
He
whenever
will.
he goes back to regular Melwin, we still need him to guide us around.
Right, but isn't it the 1 hour thing that's fucking up his memories?
Whenever he's best friend Melwin, he doesn't have any designations. He doesn't know where to go. He doesn't have any of the information that normal Melwin does.
Yeah, he's connected to something. And if you do that, he's not connected anymore.
Oh, so it's the mode change that's fucking with his head?
You guys
'Cause
aren't
I
sure.
thought it was the thing every hour he went like spazzed out and then lost his memory. Did I miss something, or is that not what's happening?
So the current Melwin, when the wheels are normal for 57 minutes, he's his normal self. That's who he's programmed to be. But in the moments of chaos, he grows aware. He develops a personality.
So do you want him to stay like that, Elwin, or do you want him to stay like he is now?
I just don't want him to forget everything that his personality learns those 3 minutes every hour, to keep those, and the next time it comes around he still has those memories. That time, by the time that we're done with this place, I am going to try to get him to stay in best friend Melwin mode, but as of right now we still need regular Melwin.
Oh, gotcha. Well, when that time comes, I think I can keep him best friend mode for you. Unless you come up with something else.
Okay. So are you gonna
So
try
we'll
to true
keep
polymorph
going.
him? Are you true polymorphing him, or just leaving him?
No, I'd misunderstood something.
Okay. So, um, this time, as the clock sees up and the city begins to descend into chaos, Melwin pauses. His eyes flicker. He turns around, he looks up at you, Elwyn, and he jumps straight into your arms.
Hey, best friend Melwin. And while I have him here, since I was able to tinker with his mind, would I be able to roll a spark of insight to try to further um, alleviate the memory loss?
Do you have any spells that would allow you to alter his circuitry? So last time you used your Music of the Spheres to alter his circuitry. Um,
Oh, I could have done a Pep and Undo to reroll again. uh, let's see.
I can work with doodads, but this is way more advanced.
oh, you're a tinker.
But
Renly's a tinker.
I don't
Yes.
usually work with mechanics as often. But I can fix a music box.
Yeah, so you know Gearworks and that kind of stuff. You're a tinker, a rock gnome.
Yes, but I don't deal with this stuff, like artificial intelligence stuff.
Renly,
This is
Wait,
You
could
can
I
imagine.
could I assist him, Midas, because I'm a linguist?
what the fuck does talking have to do with tinkering?
Your
Nah, I don't
study
know.
of language, your study of languages and codes.
This
Yes.
is
what you're good at. I'm good at the
Gears.
hardware.
Here,
this is
Renly, I want to do this to
No,
you.
I don't mean do it for him. I mean assist him, like
Which
give him
Renly?
advantage or something.
you can
I'm
assist
sorry.
Renly. Elwyn has no idea how to work with gear and cogs.
Nah, I don't.
I'm gonna give Renly a ADHD medicine to get her.
What, Ritalin?
She's been too high for too long. She's getting straight Ritalin right now, and
Hold on, I'm looking.
she's gonna go
Adderall,
back to her
yay.
like,
I can focus.
yeah. I'm like, Renly, put down the tea. Take these pills.
Oh, I have been holding tea. I've been throwing salt on my shoulders and then singing a few chants because this is really creepy. But okay, yeah, what's this?
All right.
These are drugs.
Does Melvin
How about
count
this?
as a creature?
Hold on. What, Ellen?
How about this, Renly? Can I roll a spark of insight and pass on, like, pass on what I saw when I cast my Music of the Spheres into Renly, so she has that insight of how to help to tinker with the gears and the stuff.
Yes.
I will also like to spark myself. As a engineer,
There you
I
go.
know that if you randomly hit things, they tend to some work the way you want it to. So I'm gonna go spark myself for like a lucky tap.
Okay. All right. So, Renly, Elwyn has passed on to you the knowledge of what he did when he cast his Music of the Spheres. Adis is assisting you in figuring out this machine code, and Deimos is going to follow up with your efforts with a love tap to Melwyn's head.
What?
Midas, do these count as a creature?
They are creatures, yes.
Elwyn, do you know the spell Modify Memory?
Nope.
Okay, okay, so I would remember this. So at this point, as I'm about to try and help them, I remember I have this spell called Shape Change. So I'm trying to figure out who is smarter when it comes to doodads like this. Would that be Fatalizer or Kildrat? Or is it someone else who works really well with devices?
Man, I have a plus 23 to Arcane.
No, devices. Who works with
Oh, you mean,
doodads?
gear type stuff?
Gears and
Probably
devices?
Kildrak.
Possibly. So Modron was a full-on, god of craftsmanship, and he set this place into being. Kildrak has just been working at it for like 30 years. He's good at making swords now, but he's not. And he hasn't graduated on to. So yeah, Modron made like Archimedes, that mechanical owl, and he was well into machinery and stuff. Kildrak has not yet.
Have we ever met Modron?
Yes. Actually, he
You
gave
have?
me this pamphlet right here that specifically has the works and blueprints and schematics of all of these things. I didn't want to tell the DM
He did.
because
A long time ago, Renly, he died. He sacrificed himself to try to save the dwarven capital from
Oh
Inkamel.
Oh.
yeah.
Midas.
Yeah.
Could I cast modify memory on him at 9th level? Or wait, no. Not 9th level, but cast modify memory on him and see if there's a user manual or a readme file in his memory for how he's supposed to be put together correctly.
Yes, but it all has to deal with the configuration that he is in tour guide mode. That's how he was built to be.
It's the glitches causing him to be
Yes.
what Ellen wants him to be.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh,
Renly,
okay.
yes, the party did meet and had an extended conversation. You guys spent like 2 sessions talking to him, to Modrin.
Oh, perfect. So I'm going to use my spell, and I will point at I guess Elwyn, because Elwyn's the one who initially had this idea of doing this, and I am going to make him I'm doing the echo issue thingy, my level 10 spell, my new echo spell, and I'm going to try to have Morgan appear here so that he can help us with this strange world, because I don't want any part of this world. So yes, anything without, but just the hardware would have been fine, maybe. Not the software. This is creepy.
Okay, hold on a second. Let's see. Where's your level 10 spell?
It
I got it. Echo the Wild.
Yes.
I'm trying to remember what we wrote here.
Remember, Renly, Modrin was the dude with the cigar and he's a really cool picture.
I feel like as soon as I see the picture, I would remember.
Was she here for that? I'm not sure if you were playing the game at that point.
No, she came like the section like right after.
Yeah, I was watching at that point on YouTube.
Duplicate appears to be the same as the originals, formed without any equipment. Okay.
We'll take any help we can get.
Okay.
All right. If she's trying to do that, I guess I'll help with instead of randomly tapping this dude in the head. I'll use that spark to use a 9th level to use that super fun true resurrection, just to really power in the channeling shit of getting whatever the fuck she's doing.
Okay.
I like that. Whatever the fuck I'm doing, yes.
I don't even know
exactly what I'm doing.
But if you let me flex, I'll do it.
Okay. 1 second here.
Is there an object nearby that's roughly the size of this guy?
Yeah, there's a bunch of other drones.
Hey, Renly, you want to do a test run first?
Get only one shot at this baby.
Yeah, one shot.
Why do you only get one shot at it?
It's 10th level spells only come back once every 3 days.
Oh.
But I know that we pulled back old bro, that other guy for a little bit, so we're kind of like second time might be even easier than the first time.
Okay.
Get some knowledge.
Renly, you cast Echo the Wild, using Elwyn's memory to conjure up an echo of the dwarven god of craftsmanship, Modrin. In Elwyn's memory, though, it was what's that clicking? You hear that?
Yeah, I can.
It's one from Adis's.
It's Adis. Adis, your mic is triggering. It's like clicking in and out. Okay. You use Elwyn's memory to conjure up the dwarven god Modrin that he met years ago, in a cave, in a tunnel down deep beneath the surface world of Cragland. This is the dwarf Tharusir, an iconic an iconic individual in dwarven history who intervened at different instances to help shape the direction of the dwarven race, and also the human embodiment of Tharusir, of Modron. When you met him, Elwyn, he was in hiding, having fled the heavens during the demon invasion, Asmodeus' invasion. He took up this form and hid in a cave down below, and took him a while to come out of his depression and to remind himself of who he really was. And you guys did that in conversation and role playing.
Yeah, he upgraded my staff, my dragon staff.
That's right, he did. Yeah.
Woohoo!
Yeah, he brought a lot of your weapons up to, I think, level 2. Legacy weapon level 2. Which I think they still are.
Mm-hmm.
And that was
saving our asses.
That was session 50. Between 50 and 59. That was that section. So, just for perspective, this is session 169.
Oh boy.
All right. So, formed out of what is it? Your Echo of the Wild form out of? Is it dirt?
Ice.
Ice. Okay.
Molecules. I
Yeah.
thought it said.
You pull him together. From molecules in the air and the ground. I rewrote it to that.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
You pull him together, Renly, and you maintain your concentration for a bit and pull this dwarf into being. This is not Modron in his full form. This is the dwarf Thorusir. Definitely a master craftsman, but limited in power and energy to what that dwarf, that humanoid had at that time. He looks around. He looks at you. Hey, Deimos, Elwyn. I recall you. He says. He looks around. He says, "What in bloody fuck?" Hey,
What's up, bro?
I recall this place as well. He looks at you. He lifts up his goggles, and you see his one good eye staring at you and looking at the drone in your hands. And he says, "I know enough to ken that this is not, that I am not myself. That this is a conjuring of sorts. Through great arcane means I'm here. And you need me for a reason. I'll see that
I
much."
do.
He
And
looks
we
at
only
you.
have
Yeah.
a limited amount of time. This
Aye.
is Melwin. He's my new best friend. And there's this chaos going around this realm. We're making our way to the middle of it where the gear is to try to fix it. But every 57 minutes, he gains a personality, but his memory resets. What I wanted you to do is, from now until we fix the gear, to see if we can modify his memory so it doesn't reset every time that he becomes best friend Melwin. And at the end, once we fix the gear, we want to keep him best friend Melwin after that time permanently.
He says, "Aye, I ken what you say. I'll have to see it. I'll have to see it happen. What, a bit of tinkering?" He says, "We'll see what we can do."
I can help as long as I don't have to, really do much.
He says, "Aye." He says, "These hands, they no longer have their dexterity or steadiness." He said, I drank a bit too much ale if you ken what I say."
I do.
Yeah.
Tell me where to crank.
Aye, if you'll hold it and you'll manipulate it, I can tell you what to do.
Good.
The clocks turn over and the gears begin to move again, and the chaos begins to jump back into the scene. Melwyn in your arms jumps into your arms, Elwyn, and he says, Melwyn, remembers you. You are friend? You are
Best
lesser
friend.
you are lesser than Melwin, but also greater than.
Yes, Melwin. It's Elwin.
Elwin. Elwin. Melwin remembers. Darusir is gazing in and watching this happen. And as you guys are doing that, as you guys are engaged in that conversation, you hear the buildings next to you again rumble, break forth. These other droids and robots begin to spiral out of control. A couple particular ones break out of buildings and turn your way. You haven't seen ones like this before. One of them raises an arm, and from the arm looks to you kind of like a projectile or something of sort that begins to hurtle rapidly in your direction as a massive thunder shock echoes through the room, almost like a cannonball. It blasts in your direction.
I'll Tesla fraction. Protect all of us.
Okay. The Tesla fraction goes up. The cannonball strikes it and dissipates in the air around you. You look around and you see three of these creatures honing in on you.
Bad robot.
From three different directions. They've blasting from these huge cannons, shattering into your Tesla fraction. You can feel the reverberations rippling inside. One of them full-on charges in and battering rams the Tesla fraction. As it does, the metal that it's consisted of it's shocked and torn apart. Inside, you can smell the molten metal and frying circuitry as the one creature basically suicides itself against your Tesla fraction. It does rock the area that you're on and kind of shifts you guys over a foot. The other ones are outside, kind of standing outside around you, just continuing to bombard the area that you're in.
Owen, does your Tesla fraction prevent spells from being cast out of it?
Ooh, I don't remember. Let me check.
Because I want to try to save something from the suicidal dude.
Yeah, they can pass through, but they'll only have 50% of their.
Oh, it's not doing damage.
You know, I see this like gear at the back. It looks like it actually has the wind up gear. If we disable that, it'll wind down and never come back, I think.
Midas, when that one like slams in and suicides, can I try to force cage his head so it doesn't get destroyed?
Hold on here. Tesla fraction is from your staff, right?
It took 5,268 damage.
You cannot, Adis. Any spells passing through it are greatly diminished through the Tesla fraction.
Right.
Yeah, so you cannot.
Okay.
In that moment, Darusir is spinning around wildly. Melwin is also looking around at all the calamity and chaos going around. And then he puts a hand on Melwin and he says, "Hey, little one." He says, "Let me look into that there head of yours." And Melwin, as soon as Darusir touches him, you hear this hum, this light hum. It's like an animal being touched by its owner, someone that it trusts. Melwin instinctively agrees and opens up his the hatch that is attached to the back of his head. It just pops open, and Darusir looks inside. Oh, he says, "That's a wee bit of chaos if I've ever seen it." And he just sits there and watching, and he's pointing out things. Renly says, "Hey, there, you see that? That there sprocket? And that there gear ratio. He says, look how they're interacting. That's not how I would have built this. And for the rest of the 3 minutes, he's observing while the bad robots are blasting at you guys. As the 3 minute window ends, all of the gears in the clocks begin to go back to their normal motion, and so does all the machinery inside Melwin's head. And Tharosir sees it all click back into place. That there is how I would have built this. Interesting. Very interesting. He closes the hatch. He looks up at you, Elwyn. He says, I think I've got it. He says, next time that there doohickey occurs, this wee one over here, and he points at Renly, that wee lass, she and I will go to work.
Sounds good.
Excellent. Did the bad robots stop shooting after everything goes back to normal?
Yes, they return back to the places they came from.
All right.
Damn.
About how many turns passed?
3 minutes, and they didn't see you right away. So 2 minutes worth of turns. So like 20 turns. They're just blasting at you.
Okay.
So what another thing you notice is that they seem like warrior robots. There is a warrior class that is not visible from in the normal workings of this area.
Gotcha.
Okay.
All right. I'll drop my Tesla fraction.
Okay. Melwin returns to tour guide mode and begins to continue walking. He's pointing, at this point it's getting redundant and annoying. He's pointing out every foundry, every engineering workshop, every machinery lab, those kinds of things along the way. And they all kind of look the same. The design doesn't change from one place to another. Dyrus here comes up to you, Deimos, and says, "Hey, Deimos,
Yeah,
what the hell have we gotten ourselves into here?"
I honestly haven't figured this out. I've been like this for years now. I'm just going with the flow and hope no one calls my bluff.
He looks at you a bit odd. He says, "You're different. Quite a bit different than last I saw you." He says, he kind of pokes your arm. He says, "You put on a bit of muscle, have you?"
I think the more muscle you have means the more arcane power you have, which means the better you can see, obviously.
No, that's completely wrong. But-
That's where you're wrong, friend. My brain's operating at a much higher capacity now.
He says, "But I can tell you're a bit stronger. Aren't you quite a bit stronger?" He says, "Tell me, he says, what's your deadlift right now?"
Let me double check my stats right now.
Your deadlift is tearing through space and time.
It's this is bullshit and should not be right. It says 1,320. It should be significantly more than that.
He
That
pats
must
you
be
on
my rep weight for 660 reps.
No, that's your pushing. That's your jumping through space and time.
Modron claps you on the back. He says, Tharus claps you on the back. Ha ha ha! Yeah, sure. Your rep weight. That's a good one.
Let's see. I don't know. I haven't found weights heavy enough yet.
Uh-huh. That's what they all say.
No, seriously. I look him dead in his eyes. Can you make me weights heavy enough?
He says, he points at himself. He says, "Look who you're talking to. I can make anything."
Can you make a pair of underpants that fit Edis's mom correctly?
She's just bones, so it's gonna be tough.
but she's still so big.
He's a Deimos, roll persuasion.
Oh, he's gonna fall for this. Fucking chump. Okay, I don't have this. I'm keeping that, even though I don't have advantage.
Wow.
I'm keeping it.
He says,
Spark,
Nah.
spark that shit.
he says, if I were to harvest all the raw material of all the stars and all the planets and all the planes, I still wouldn't have enough to make a pair of underpants for that wench.
Wait a second. What if we somehow dropped her into the maw? The maw would die of diabetes. Flawless plan. Oh, I'm sorry. We're on the real thing. What the shit's going on? Do you know how to fix the clocks so that this shit doesn't go wrong? Also, I didn't break your armor.
Mm-hmm. I can tell
It's
because you're not
invisible
wearing it.
now. No, it's invisible.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
I see. He looks around and he says, this here...
Totally invisible. Suck my
Wow.
dick.
What the what?
Stop
You might
wasting
want to get
that.
rid of my. I think I
Stop
still
wasting
have
that.
all the advantages shit that you get
Foresight?
on me from last session.
Stop wasting
Yeah.
money, Joe.
I'm still keeping it.
Flawless.
He says, I must be a better craftsman than I thought. Invisible armor of this magnitude. Hey. He pokes you in the chest. I can't even feel it.
You can't even feel it.
It's because the movement of your hand was too slow. You gotta swing harder to fill the armor.
Isn't that true? Deimos, he punches you. God,
Pathetic.
this godlike punch.
Oh, is it? Is that what you fucking got? I fucking beat you to the ground, punching Damos. I'm only wearing underwear, you son of a bitch.
Let's see what a god punch be. We'll do god punch. Oh, not bad.
Ow.
Oh, Deimos, I got you, bro. You said there's a lot of like debris and stuff around, right?
Yes.
Might
Well,
as-
the drones are rapidly cleaning it up.
All right. Well, before they can clean it all up. Is there a significant amount within 120 feet of me? Doesn't have to all be together.
Yeah.
I want to use the fabricate spell to basically fabricate.
We're not supposed to use magic.
Oh, are we not?
We can't use magic, remember?
Oh, why can't we use magic?
No, the drones are gonna
Shot.
come out and they're gonna.
Oh, that's right. Never mind.
And during the chaos you can. But not during the normal operation.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Odin, we need you to help fix this area, cause shit ain't right.
He's looking around. He said, "I can see that. Aye. We'll need to get to the central trip set. There's
Right.
something wonky going on there. This whole place
Show
is
us where
buggered.
your hidden passageways to get there quicker. Show us.
What? Nah, no hidden passageways. Although we could take the conduit.
Just sounds like a way better idea. Let's do that.
Conduit.
Melwin, Tharasir says to Melwin, he says, "Hey, Shorty, take us to the nearest access point for the conduit. We want to go to the chipset." Melwin looks at, says, "Direction change acknowledged. Heading towards conduit access point." And he begins walking off. He changes direction and begins to walk off.
Okay. Well, it takes about a day to get there. And, here's for a nice fun long rest.
Thought it's gonna take us like 6 days to get there.
By foot. If you go by conduit, it'd be much faster.
Oh, okay. So that's kind of
All right.
like their metro.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna summon Hiccup. I forgot we had him, but if that's faster,
You do have Hiccup.
You can always fly. Never mind.
Okay. You guys continue walking. Tharusier in tow, and you're seeing that there will be one more chaotic moment before you guys get to the conduit line. Is there anything you want
you
to
ready,
do
Renly?
heading into
Ready,
that?
Renly?
I'll make us all invisible. How many of us are there, Ellen? Total that we need to keep alive?
6.
6. All right, so I'll cast it. Let's see here.
Well,
So
no. Hold on. 6, 7 with Tempest.
That's
7
right,
with
Tempest is there.
All right. So 6, because I don't need to cast it on myself because I have a ring of invisibility. I will cast invisibility at 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th level so that I can cast it on 6 people, and then I'll use my ring of invisibility to make myself invisible.
Okay.
I have a ring of invisibility too.
Do you want to use it, and then I can use the 6th level instead of 7th?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do that.
Mine's the special ring of invisibility.
Yeah, that's right. You found it in the underground.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you've got the real one ring.
It's the one ring. Did we ever give that any special power?
Yeah, I remember in Hell. It was
Oh,
like
that's right. Oh, that's right. I knew I gave that. I knew we did something special with that.
What
Yeah.
did it do in hell? I forget.
Oh, dude, I forgot
Or
too. But
was that from the first?
It was like the signet ring or something that gave you access to, I forget.
yeah, it was. I don't know. I'd have to go back and watch.
I would too. It's been a long time. All right. So you cast invisibility, Adis. The invisibility spell triggers, so when the arcane police drones come around, they can't find you. And then the chaos hits. As the gears seize up and Melwyn returns to himself, Darusir and Renly go to work. So Renly, roll a tinker check. What's a tinker check?
They can't see him. He's invisible.
That's right. Melwyn is invisible.
Wait, is anybody attacking or going like nuts coming like anywhere near us?
There are battle drones around.
Oh, okay.
I can just cast no fraction.
But the drones they're not attacking each other, are they?
They are.
Oh, they are attacking each other.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
So we want to keep Melwyn safe. Yeah, we could do that if you want, Ellen. If you want to test it again.
Yeah, I'll test the fraction.
All right, I'll drop the invisibility.
Okay. You test the fraction. More bad robots come and begin to attack your shield, but inside, Renly and Tharusir get to work. So Renly, this would be a straight dexterity check with proficiency.
Okay.
To see how well you can manipulate the gears and cogs as Tharusir gives you directions.
I've gotten a 1 and a 2 and now a 4. I feel like I'm, I just need another 3 and then I'll have a full row. I don't know. Does this mean something?
You should totally spark that.
Oh yes, I do have a spark. Let's spark it.
Nice.
Okay.
So 32?
Yep. Working with Tharusir, you capture the essence of what the chaos is doing to Melwyn's memory. And in that moment, with Tharusir's blessing, you make the change permanent. It's a feat of divine engineering that is occurring right now. But with Tharusir's guidance and with your tinkering abilities, Renly, you're able to to position all the cogs and wheels in a way that once they return to natural movement, Melwin will remain the way he was.
I see what you did with those gears. I don't know what it means to his personality, but I see the gears.
He pushes his hand on yours and it says, "You got some good fingers there, lassie."
Thank you.
He says, "I'm accustomed to working magic with my hands as well." He says, "If you think that was special, you should see what I can do to a woman's body."
Really, I look at, I'm just like, and then I'm like side-eyeing Tempest from the corner of my eye.
Great. What do you do to them? Do you give them mechanical arms? Bionic muscles?
He says, "Nah, I just make sure
Give
all
them night vision?
I make sure all the circuits fire, if you know what I mean."
You give them jetpacks?
The chaos ends and everything goes back to normal. Melwin retains his personality. His eyes are rapidly going everywhere, watching everything return to normal order. But he says, "Melwin, this is not right. Melwin is Melwin." He looks up at you, Elwin. He says, "And you are Elwin."
Yes. I hug him. I'm like, I'm so glad that you stayed best friend, Melwin.
Big smile on his face. He says, "This is so fun. Where are we going?"
We don't know. We were asking you to lead us.
Huh?
It's okay, Melwin. We're going to what's it called? The
chipset.
The chipset.
Via the metro.
Okay. Thorusir says, "Hey, it'd be easy enough to follow that conduit line and find its access point." So, you guys kind of walk along with him the rest of the way, and it takes about half an hour, and you're seeing the pattern just continuing on, and just seeing more and more about the devastation it's causing on this area. The land of Modereme, the city of Modereme, is not healthy at all. You guys latch onto the conduit. You find connection points. Thyrusir rigs up a way for you guys to attach onto it, and you zip off across the city. Okay. So,
Can I cast, like while we're traveling, my wish? A wish spell? But to cast Find Familiar, but make it in a way that Melwin turns into my familiar.
Oh, the wish spell?
Yeah.
Sure.
Nice.
Okay. So you guys are traveling 45-degree angle towards the chipset. It cuts the travel time down to minutes. You zip across at lightning speed, flying across circuitry, flying across all this whirring of machinery and drone life. You're looking down and you're seeing that there's in this city, the densely packed nature of it, there's millions of these drones. And the chaos that occurs with each hour is wreaking havoc. The dustbin, the area where they're piling up the dead bodies of these drones, is huge. It reaches to the ceiling of the cave, and they just come and pile on and on. As each cycle comes, it's taking this huge toll on the city. Tharusir says, "Look at that, will you? Eventually, the chaos will overcome the city's ability to repair itself.
I wonder what's causing it to be so crazy.
He says, we'll find out when we get there.
Oh yeah.
Okay. You guys land at the access point near the central chipset. And as you do, 1 second here. You get to the chipset and everything. There's all kinds of wrongness there. It's this huge, complicated interworking of gears and cogs that form the heart of the city. There are the sophistication and the intricacy that's involved here. It's on another level. Tharisier looks at it and he says, "Oh, bugger me!" He says, "If I built that, yes, I must have had a special moment." He says, "That's something. That's something else entirely." But as you guys get closer, you see that a lot of the gears are bad. They're blackened. They're covered in this weird, flat but long and thin substance that's like wrapping around them, gumming them up. It seems a couple gears are even removed, and are being pulled away. And Tharisier says, "Aye, they're taking away the master gears. That's what's going on here."
Does it look like whatever the substance is coming from down below? Or where's it originating?
As you get closer, you see that these black flat lines around gears are actually connection points. They're huge harnesses. This chipset is massive, but it's made of these gears of a special nature. And as you get there, you see that there's dozens and dozens of robots that are attaching these long tethers to gears and pulling them away from the chipset itself, ripping them away. So they've undone some of them and are breaking connection points. And off to the side, you can see them taking away. They've managed to remove 3 or 4 of these master gears already.
Well,
So
I'm gonna
they're committing
line.
suicide.
I'm gonna line some of these robots up that are attaching the cables that are or whatever this thing is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna line them up and I'm gonna send a massive lightning bolt coursing through them.
Okay. All right. So you guys jump. As you approach the area, you blast into them with a lightning bolt. So give me 1 second here to get this going.
It's 200 feet long, 10 feet wide. Levels 2.
One second here.
Ooh. I have a question for you, Midas.
Mm-hmm.
On my legacy weapon,
Okay.
or item, you probably won't roll it the way I'm reading it, but it says additionally, once per short rest, you can choose to amplify a single feature of a spell. So can I do that to a spell someone else casts?
No, it was meant to be on your spell.
Okay, that's what I figured, but I thought I would ask anyway.
almost done. Haven't you guys watched Tiger King yet?
Yeah,
Is it good? My friend was
it's
telling me about it.
dude, it's fucking funny as shit.
Okay, it's worth watching.
100%.
What's it on?
It's on Netflix. It's like the #1 watch like series in like the
Yeah.
world right now.
Really?
Yeah, dude. And the best part is like I'm not gonna ruin anything, but they opened up like an investigation on a certain lady in Florida because of this one series.
Really?
Yeah, it's definitely watchable because it's the whole thing is fucking funny. Like you thought you saw something stupid, and then you just keep going like, wow, this is all fucking stupid. Like it gets worse.
What's it about?
It's that dude who like in early 2000s and stuff had like the really big tiger farm and a couple of their really big like exotic animal farms.
Oh, is that whose pictures been showing up on the internet all the
Yeah.
time? Where the
Yeah.
big old Bengal tiger's like licking his face and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Fucking great. Good show.
So he managed to survive till now without one biting his fucking head off. That's
I
amazing.
mean, tigers are fairly smart and pretty like all that stuff. It's worthwhile watching. I'll say that. I can learn
Cats,
shit.
cats are the greatest of God's creations.
Okay. So let's do this here. So you guys are pulling up to the ship set.
In the time this was going down, did I have a time for a short rest to try to rub out the punch I got that pretend it doesn't hurt?
We've been walking the whole time.
Yeah, fuck it.
I thought we were on a zip line.
That was for like a minute.
I'm fine.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so this is the master gear, and attached to it, or pulling it away,
Ooh.
so they all have tethers hauling off this master gear.
How's your health, Deimos?
Oh, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Oh, because I could use my spell that I made for you.
Hold on, Euphemia is in
which
the
one?
combat checker.
Put her in there.
My master shield.
What does it do?
You pick 4 damage types, you're immune to them, and you're resistant to all other damage.
Oh, fuck. That's nice.
You want it?
What? We'll see. We'll see. We'll see
Okay.
how bad these guys are. I just
Okay.
don't trust this thing called Midas. Put down a fucking 3 gods right after this.
Okay.
Also, just before this starts, could someone remove that grand advantage shit I got on me? I mean, I'm totally cool keeping it, but
I got it.
it would have been long gone. All right, sweet.
All right, you guys pull up to these robots. Everybody roll initiative.
I'm gonna spark mine for fun. Yay, it didn't do anything. Oh well.
Okay.
Hey Deimos, 3, 3, and 4 need to die first, so me and you are top initiative.
So you get there, and Tharus here sees what's happening. So these are so you guys already saw the other bad robots. These are the robots that are pulling the, the gear away.
Oh, fuck.
Okay. Tharus here sees them and says, "Oh, shite. He says, I might be. He says, if those are what I think they are, he says, I think I know what's buggering up the system. Deal with them, he says, and I'll get to fixing it.
Okay.
Okay. You guys touch down in the area you're approaching. These robots are acting independent of the chaos that happens every hour. Right? It is 3 rounds away from the next chaos. And there are lots of other robots around, lots of other bots around, but they are just ignoring what these robots are doing. Okay? So we're 3 rounds away from the next chaos. I gotta remember that. All right. So you guys approach, and they react to you. Robot number one is going to drop his tether, and you see his eyes blazing and flashing. His mouth chatters a little bit, and you hear like a siren and a whirring coming from it. Alert! 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 And all the other robots in the area, these other bad robots, they turn to you guys and begin to focus their attention on you guys. He's going to fire 2 laser blasts.
Was I able to get my lightning bolt off?
Yes. Yeah, you were. So pick a straight line. How you would have fired it.
So it's 10 feet wide, so I think I would be able to get the 4 big ones.
Okay, go ahead. Okay.
All right.
That first robot, the master robot, is going to see you, Elwyn, doing that, and he's going to take out his laser blaster and fire at you twice. Oh, a 1 and a crit.
Can I make him re-roll that crit?
Sure. So would it hit? I'll just reroll the damage.
Hold on. What's your armor class, Owen?
23.
Oh, it's shield yourself. If I shield you and you shield yourself, he'll miss. Because I
Can they
have
stack like that?
I have that improved shield that I can cast on someone else.
I don't think they
Do
can
they-
stack. No. It's
That's
like armor types in D&D, normal D&D. You can't stack armor bonuses. So here's a normal damage, no crit.
Okay, I'll fix it.
Okay. Next robot. Gonna chomp off down this area. Fire a blast at Deimos.
Holy shit.
Oh no, that's a different robot. Bad robot. I'm getting confused because I named them Bad Robot and Master Bad Robot. So, alright. Normal Bad Robot is gonna come charging over here. And he takes his Mega Blaster. And he's going to blast Deimos and Adis. It's an AoE attack.
Get fucking bazookas. I don't even know what bazookas are. But they sound fucking dope. We need to get
Which
better,
ones?
better armor,
Deimos.
guys.
Deimos, what's your armor class?
Dude, that's pretty low. 23.
Okay, I can't put you or me.
Yeah, I'm a sorcerer right now.
Here we go.
Hell. Good fucking god.
Okay. Next robot. Bad Master Robot's gonna rush up here. Renly's closest to him. He's gonna shoot Renly twice. 1 hit, 1 miss. Okay. Alright, Adis, your turn.
Ow. Alright, I'm gonna haste myself and then turn into one of my homies.
Okay.
Let's see here. Where are they? Yeah, you know what? That sounds real good. How high up is the ceiling?
It's pretty cluttered, but it's about 200 feet.
Okay, can I transform into Baruch in a kneeling position? So
Sure.
I don't hit the ceiling?
Sure.
Okay. Because you said he's like 300 feet tall, so.
Yeah.
Alrighty, there's that. It didn't change the token for some reason. Oh, there it goes. And then since I'm hasted, I can use my. Which one did you do the? You shot the big guys, right, Ellen?
Yeah, he shot the big ones.
Alright, I will use Searing Gaze on. The one who shot me and Deimos, fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Alright, well, that's all I got. Oh, wait, hold on. What is this? Oh, that's a bonus action. Can I have a marker, an S marker? I'm gonna send my spiffy sword over there and smack him in the face as a bonus action.
Sword action, or sword marker.
Yeah, it's the flying sword. It can move up to 50 feet.
Where the hell is my sword?
And he has to make a Constitution save.
Okay.
Or be stunned. It's DC 20. Oh, I guess I can do it. Here we go. Oh, he succeeded, so he's not stunned. And that's all I got. That's my turn.
Okay.
Here we go.
Deimos, you're up.
Deimos is gonna walk up to this dude right here, just get behind him, as I fucking go Super Deimos level 1. I'm then gonna grab the gun that's in his hand, and then like I'm grappling him, but like trying to pull the gun to shoot him in the head and be like,
Stop shooting yourself. Stop shooting yourself.
Since you grapple check.
Yep.
Which one is that? Best robot number 4. They would have a significant advantage in strength.
Oh, fucking robots are crazy strong.
Oh!
Ooh. You bitch. Alright. In that case, I'm going to.
Do you have luck?
War
Deimos?
God's blessing a bit of gold tempest. Let me beat the shit out of him. And then we'll try it again. Alright, you fucking junk bucket.
Alright, you win.
Oh, and I guess I'll go bang bang, bitch.
Are you trying?
use
You're
my
trying to shoot the gun? Do you know how to shoot a gun?
trying to make him. He's got his finger on his trigger. Look at it. Look at it. All right.
Deimos has enough experience with getting shot by what's his face.
I've been
He
shot
should
so
know
many
how-
times.
he
I know
should
getting
how
shot in the
against
head.
it.
I should have an advantage on this because I know getting shot in the head sucks.
It turns to you and says, it says, "Stupid dumb shit human. Gun cannot fire on owner."
Oh, right.
So I pointed at bad robot number 1, then to go.
Bang bang, fucker. Yeah, I just stupid this bitch. I get two attacks. You son of a whore.
Next round, you need to step between 4 and 1 and grab 1's gun and shoot 4 and grab 4's gun and shoot 1.
I'm gonna rip the gun out of his hand.
I'll
I
have
don't
roll
fucking
attack on
know.
number 1. Okay, he'll fire an attack. Oh, he crits.
Yeah,
All right,
get shot, bitch.
there. Blast
This-
number 1.
Inconvenient.
And technically, I have one more attack.
Okay.
Can I use that just to rip the gun out of his hand?
All right, you're gonna tear the gun away.
Deimos never had a gun.
Look at me. I'm a cowboy who's angry all the time and shoots Deimoses and bangs dragons.
All right, you got
Bang,
it.
bang. That son of a bitch.
All right, robot number 2 is going to keep firing at you, Deimos.
Oh, fuck.
1 hit.
Ow.
Robot number 6 is going to come charging up. And he's going to melee you with a little knife thing that he pulls out of his hand turns into a knife thing.
That's fucking ridiculous. Who made these robots?
1 hit. But you take, let's see, this.
Would it be full damage or?
Nah. Why do you have? No, it's not full damage.
War God's Blessing does like the half on non-magical.
Yeah, it's not magical.
Okay.
But this is okay. But it imparts an effect on you. You got a headache. It's giving you a bit of tetanus because it's a rusty knife.
Oh, fuck. Oh. Too much iron. It's only gonna make me stronger. You fucked up.
Okay. This guy is gonna come charging in, and he's gonna fire at Adis. 2 misses. All right. Renly, you're up.
Dude,
Oh,
it's
I can't
getting
hear you
lower
at
and
all.
lower.
Renly, you're like 0 volume.
Is this working better?
Yes, that's better. Whatever you just
Okay,
did.
yeah.
That's
I moved my mic because, yeah, Kitty kind of moved it. Okay, so I am charging up to Deimos, and then I'm gonna turn into...
okay.
I am also feral taunting, and because of that feral taunting, I suddenly feel kind of odd, and I go, "Not my son!" I
Mama,
feel kind of odd,
these
and that's my
toys
turn.
being mean.
And when I say not my son, can I like grab Deimos and perch him on my shoulder or my head or something? It's big enough.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, there we go.
Yes. Mama, I have a toy gun. They didn't lock it up. The commercials were right. I'ma shoot everybody.
All right.
Oh, bad Master Robot 5 should be retired for missing something as big as me.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. So he's gonna. So you taunted number 4, Renly.
Oh, it's basically I taunt everybody so that anyone who attacks anyone within 10 feet of me has to target me instead.
Okay. He's not gonna target Deimos.
Midas, at the end of her turn, is 1 and 4 within 10 feet of me?
Sure.
Okay. You can carry on. I just wanted to do my legendary action to stomp their face.
Okay, Renly, that's them shooting you. Bad Robot 1 is gonna turn here. He's going to target Adis and Tempest. This is his AoE attack. Mega Blaster.
Oh, and the
Renly, do you have your
Adis is- which is
temper
off.
points on?
No, I'm trying to get that to work. It's not working for some reason. Hold on, let me get this on.
Adis, what's that?
That's my legendary action.
Okay.
And they both failed their saves, so they took the full damage.
He misses both of you. That's a bad roll.
Take it.
Okay,
Plus
this
21,
guy.
you need a 2.
Look at these bad oh, one roll on Tempest gets hit. Okay.
What's Tempest's armor class?
Um, 25.
Oof.
Oh, I will greater shield him.
Okay.
So it'll miss, I think. What was the roll to hit him?
28.
Oh, and his armor class is 25?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll shield him. So that gives him an extra 5 armor class for... Is he actually on the combat tracker?
Yes.
Okay, then I'll actually put the effect on him. There you go.
So bad robot number 5 is going to come rushing in.
And that guy who just shot and missed me, he should be retired as well.
Well, you have a really high AC.
Oh, do I in this form? Oh yeah, I do. 27. Holy shit. She uses this form more often.
Okay. He's going to come up here. This one's going to come in melee range of you, Adis.
Okay.
He'll miss with his first punch. Oh, rolling terrible, both rolls. Okay. Final one will also come rushing in. To hit.
I'd use my reaction, so... That's not a failure. What fault fell off?
Haste.
Oh, my haste is still on. Because I have the thing where I only fail concentration checks on a 1.
Okay.
So I'll put that back on.
Elwin, your turn.
Alright. With my 10th level spell, I'm going to go into Elwyn, Fire God from the Sky mode, number 1. I'm not going to be able to make them stack because I already used my 9th. And then for my bonus action, I will quicken good old Firebolt. Alright, so I'm gonna roll the crit first. And then I will move in. It's my turn.
Okay. Tempest is gonna rush in. Target this dude here. Go ham on him. Okay. Badmaster Robot. Let's see, this is 3rd round. Okay. Come rushing up here. Can't see much. He'll attack Renly. Number 3 is going to target you guys there. Mega Blaster. Missed Elwyn, hit Adis. Okay, one more, then it is Adis' turn. Number 4, the one who's right in front of you, Renly, is gonna slash at you with his claw attack.
Alrighty.
Twice. It is your turn.
Alrighty. Let's see. 5, 8. There you go. Let's see here. You want that, Deimos? Or are you still doing alright?
Oh, I'm doing all right.
Alright. I won't move the token Midas, but I want to move up to get as many of these dudes within 10 feet of me as I possibly can.
Okay.
And then for my turn, I am just going to use my Searing Gaze on a couple. Who here's like fucked up the most? I'll hit Bad Robot 5 with one. It's is he at 100 hit points or fewer?
Number 5.
Yeah.
No.
Then he doesn't make the save. And then for shits and giggles, I'll just I'll shoot him again. Is he below 100 hit points?
No.
Okay. And that'll be my turn. So I'm thinking like I want to move like up here somewhere. Since I'm tall and big and I can get around to get as many of these guys within 10 feet of me.
Yeah. Alright, I'm going to move us on the map just so we have more room. So we're just reorienting us on the map. Okay.
Let's see, what is his?
Where are all these? 1 second here. Can you guys see all these movement lines?
Nah.
Oh, never mind. I know what's happening. Okay, there. Okay. Deimos, your turn. You take a little bit of damage because of your ongoing when he cuts you.
My head hurts. It'd be real shame if
You're getting
you didn't
tennis.
make me more fucking angry.
All right. I'm going to reach down off of Mama Bear, pick up Bad Robot number 2, and start trying to rip it apart. So I go punchy, grabby shit.
Come on, get up here.
Then if I get him up there, I'm gonna punch him 2 more times. Technically 3 more times.
Holy shit, you four. Deimos. Just once. Oh, I missed you.
1 second here.
I fell off my mom.
There. Oh, he crit failed, so you got him.
Little bitch. Yeah. It's time. It's time that you feel the pain of your robotness.
And then bonus action, I'll activate my shield because fucking laser guns.
You blow him up. He dies.
Holy fuck yeah.
At the end of Deimos' turn, I'm going to do my legendary action.
Okay.
And I'm going to use my Boon of Ambrosia to max the damage for it. So, if I did this right, that should roll all their saves. And then the damage should apply correctly.
That looks right.
Alrighty. So
Okay.
that's that.
Bandmaster Robot number 2. is there. He's gonna fire. Let's see. Renly and Elwyn and Deimos are all within. So he's got to shoot Renly, right?
Indeed.
Can you give her add 100 more hit point, like 10 hit points, because it won't do that for me.
To Renly?
That's like the last 100. Yeah.
Okay. All right, Bad Bastard Robot number 2 is gonna shoot at Renly. Oh, geez, look at these rolls.
Dude, we need these right now.
I've been rolling
This
like
is
crap for like 2 rounds.
Dude, yes.
I had like
Thank you. Thank
a
you.
month and a half of sessions where this was literally all my NPCs rolls.
Alright, come
I had to start fudging so it would be boring.
on. 1 hit out of
Thank
Renly.
you.
I'm in crit
Wait,
missing.
that hit on Renly,
Mhm.
I'll shield that. I'll use my reaction and shield that.
Okay.
Righty.
Well, Renly, what's your armor class?
Oh, wait, actually, you know what? That was a 21. That should have missed because Baloo is 22. Sorry, it didn't carry over the stats. So that would have missed anyway.
Okay.
If you just hold down control and drag that damage back on yours. Oh no, it won't.
She punched it in. She's fine. One hit on Adis. Laser blasters. Alright, Renly, your turn.
Alrighty, and so I'm going to rush up to this one here, I guess. The one in the middle. I'll let out a roar with, my son on my head. Let's try doing it. And first action I'm going to do is I'm going to bonus action and do my little special move for some damage. Let's do that.
That's a hit.
Okay, double damage received since last turn. So that... Oh, and it does not my son still apply? No, it doesn't really. Okay, never mind. Okay,
Hey,
yeah.
hey Renly, you need to change your name to Mama Bear.
Okay, 2,306 damage on that one.
Ouch.
Okay.
Okay.
Which one, number 6?
Yes, number 6.
He's dead.
Alrighty. And then I will, then step up and look towards Master Robot number 1 and be like, not my son. And then I'm going to, kind of claw it and use my Boon of Biffin to do a bit of extra damage on it if it connects.
Okay. I'd forgotten I gave you that ability. It's hilarious.
And, I'm also going to, let's do the D12.
Extra 100?
Extra 100 on that. And I'm going to spark it with my last spark for regular spark. Okay, sorry, keep on. And being a tinkerer and having still some...
Somewhat?
Sorry, I have to go off. Okay, yeah, some, focus, as tinkerer, would it be possible to focus on, kind of wedging my claws into those armpits to make it so that they cannot actually shoot their beam weapons?
Okay, sure. I mean, like, you're close enough now, and that first one that's right up in front of you, you can, like, try to get your hands in its way.
Exactly. I'm, like, trying to shove those claws right through the armpits to, like, shred them, so that, like, if they try to, press, any levers or anything with those weapons, nothing's gonna quite connect because tendons are broken.
Okay.
Or wiring is broken. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. All done.
That one
Oh,
is
wait, and
he's still gonna try to slash at you.
indeed, and I have my other bite thing to do that.
Okay.
And all done.
He pulls out his rusty knife. It does a lot of damage because it's a really rusty knife.
Oh my god.
I think we should start shielding the bear.
I think I'm now collapsed underneath, not collapsed, but like I try to roll out of the way of the Amos if I'm back in my regular form.
Okay, can you
You
shift your
actually
best up
get-
back to regular?
You actually get to choose any of those 9 squares to come out of your bear
Exactly.
form
So
in.
like the Amos is over here. He's protecting Mama. Now that she's no longer Mama.
Where'd my mom go?
Renly, you also have tetanus now, so you're taking ongoing damage.
Oh no.
All right, big bad robot number 1. Gonna rush over
Is it
here.
poison though? Because I'm immune to poison.
It's a disease.
Oh.
Oh,
You
no.
got the corona.
Got the corones.
You got
Master
COVID
Blaster.
20.
That was an Atis and would also hit Tempest. Okay.
Does he hit Bad Robot 5 as well?
No.
They're smart bad robots.
Okay.
I only got... this form is getting really weak, gents.
This one's gonna rush over here. Come to you, Owen. Oh, he's gonna punch you in the face. Mock punch.
Suck it. Oh no, I'll shield that.
Okay. What's your AC now?
33.
Second mock punch.
Okay.
Ah, damn it. Alright.
Nice.
Bad robot number 3 is gonna continue to mock punch Atis. What are these rolls? I'm rolling like Deimos.
Ooh, burn.
Oh no.
Okay. Bad robot number 2. I'm going to mortar shot Renly and Deimos.
Oh no, I'm so afraid. Actually, please don't do that.
Mrs. Deimos hits Renly. Elwin, you're up.
Oh, this guy fucked up. This guy fucked up. I'm gonna take my lightning staff and I'm gonna use my retributive strike.
I forget what that does.
I will use my boon of ambrosia to max the damage.
Oh fuck.
I will spend all of the spell slots. I think it's what, 12?
Oh, that's right. I made you a melee wizard.
12. So let me spend 12. 2 6s. Okay, so that's that. And just add on a spark just for shits. Ah, that's the one. Okay, so it's 20 times 20. 400 times 2. 800 times 2. So 1600 points of damage.
Everything left is a 3, 6, 9, 12, 4. Yeah. 2 to 4 to 8 to 16. 1600?
Mm-hmm.
Additionally, a second enemy within 16 feet takes half the damage done.
So that would be that motherfucker.
Alright, Bad Robot 4 takes 1600. And Bad Robot number 2, Master Robot number 2 takes 1600. And he's dead.
Nice.
Now, for my real action,
Damn.
Alright, so these will be a disadvantage. I'm just gonna shoot him with firebolts.
He's a melee wizard.
Fucking love it.
Alright, so 2 hits. Alright, that's my turn.
Okay. Tempest is gonna keep attacking this dude. Kills it. He'll rush over here, attack this guy here.
You got this, babe.
Okay.
Is it my
All right.
mother calling, babe? Hey,
Wait,
I'm
what Gimbal?
my baby.
Oh, that's right, because he fell in love with a tree, didn't he? Wait, which form of yours did he fall in love with?
The tree.
It was the tree version, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Why did he do that again?
It's the massive fucking damage it did.
Oh, that's right.
When you did that wrong, or incorrectly broken.
That's right, that's right.
Before the patch.
Yeah.
Before the patch.
Pre-patch tree.
He fell in love with the tree. He shouts back at you, Renly. He says, "I'll look forward to helping you with your knot holes later tonight."
No one talks about person who I see after I see my mom like that.
Okay. So this is third round. The chaos hits. The clock strikes. The craziness hits the plane of the Modrons, and so Modron is Modron because they're creatures of Modren, which is the capital. That's how you spell the god's name. So it's 2 different words. Anyway, a bunch of little chaotic robots. I don't have the tokens for these, so I'm just making these things. Alright, let me roll a die, see how many come out. Oh, 12. Shit.
And all that shit. I had a lot harder time taking over this plane than the previous one. The Archangel had plastic armor. Where the regular guys are here to beat the shit out of things.
Okay. So, all these other droids, kind of like what Melwyn looks like, are chaotic. They're rushing all over the place, running around. On his turn, Bad Master Robot number 3 is going to use his ability to command this drone over here to rush in.
Deimos, is Elwyn close enough for you to bubble you, Renly, and Elwyn?
Nope.
Damn. Elwyn, you're immune to fire in your current form, right?
Yes, I am.
Do you have any way to protect yourself from a big blast of radiant damage?
No, I don't.
Shit.
Do you guys have... here, just roll dexterity saving throws. Demo saves, Renly fails. No, Adis, you don't get hit by it, Adis. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Elwyn and Demos save, Renly fails. So the 2 of you take half this. Renly takes full this, as that robot blows up. Oops.
Holy fuck.
Oh shit!
Um,
The Taliban showed up.
is it magical or is it?
It's radiant damage, yeah.
Ugh.
I have nothing that absorbs radiant.
But you do have a death ward, so you're fine.
Oh, I do.
Yes, we all have one.
I have
One
death
shot,
ward. I have
One-
death ward every day.
one opportunity.
I have permanent daily death wards.
It was only 268 demos.
I
Yes, we
forgot.
saved.
One shot, one opportunity to take away that damage.
And then he's gonna shoot his blaster.
Deimos, if you could move between Renly and Elwyn, could you bubble all three of you?
No.
He can only bubble one person as his reaction. All right. Bad robot
Oh.
number 3.
Fuck.
Who's he seeing here? He's gonna run up here and he's gonna mock punch Deimos.
Ooh, is it a challenge?
Elwyn, would you hate me if I did a bunch of damage to you if it killed most everything on the board?
I'm gonna use my reaction to Tesla fraction right there.
Where'd my mock punch go?
Oh, okay, cool. Then that means we can probably kill everything on the board on my turn. If you do that.
Minus.
What? Oh, you're using
I'm
your
gonna use
reaction?
my- Yeah, so those 3 robots that are on the line are gonna get zapped.
And that stays up till you drop it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sweet.
It's a reaction. It's an action, isn't it?
I thought we had it as a reaction. Let me make it.
That's how we were using it on the trip over here.
As a reaction.
Okay.
It's a lot of spells, so it's pretty dope.
All right. So let's see. 5, 5, 6, 8 to those guys. 2, 4, and 3. They die.
No, the one that was next to me doesn't get it. Just the guys that are on the line.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right. I'll just pretend this was the guy here, so I don't have to redo him. And put his hit points back to where he was. All right. So they all blow up. Deimos, as that guy was coming in to punch you, so you're saved. It is your
Got you,
turn.
buddy.
I am going to go all. I'm pissed about all the robots, and I'm going to turn it into Nebularis. I'm going to fly up into the air, and I'm going to use my. I'm going to fly 100 feet up into the air and use my Stellar Flare Breath, which means it will hit.
You transform after you fly up, right?
Why?
So you don't hit
Because
the
if you
Tesla
transform
fraction.
right there, you're gonna get
Well,
5,000.
I can move before. It is 90 foot radius. Or no, it's not that big. It's this big. Do not want to hit homie G. Ah, damn. I may have to do this as a. Never mind, I'm not gonna fly up because I totally thought of that wrong. I'm gonna use the cone. 100 foot Is Master Robot 1 still alive?
Oh no, he's not.
Okay. I'll actually move up here closer to these little homes so that I can move this. Get big guy over here. Alright, so there's those guys. And I need to give me 1 second here. I gotta take that effect off. And put this one on. Alright, so they get dex saves. They failed.
Dude, I got up, went to the bathroom, grabbed a drink, came back. Still your turn.
Burn,
Hey,
burn.
I had to redo it because I forget that when you draw the circle, it does radius, not diameter. I'm gonna use my legacy weapon to increase that damage by 50%.
Okay, so it's another
Or wait,
200.
no, never mind. I can't. That has to be a spell. Sorry, never mind. That's all I got.
All right. Deimos, you're up.
I'm sorry, it won't be as cool as that. I'm gonna walk around and start punching everybody in the face. So I'm gonna punch Renly with a lesser restoration.
I
Because I
die.
have level 1 spells
That
that
Midas isn't.
cure diseases.
Oh, good.
Because I'm dope. Oh, Elwin, here's a slap in the face with a lesser restoration. And I look at my face. That's a beautiful face, so I want to slap it as I lesser restoration. And I'm gonna grab this robot 3 as I grapple him down. I tell him, like,
Do I have a beautiful face, or do I have a beautiful face?
You have a beautiful face. Midas, as a point of order, I angled that so that it didn't obliterate gears.
Okay.
so those are all the super cool level 1 spells that cure diseases.
Suck it.
Also, I'm immune to disease.
Yeah, but not like
Not rust
rusty,
disease.
rusty knife tetanus.
Yes. So I'm double downing.
All right, but you've cured yourselves of the ongoing effect.
All right, and then with my gun, I'm gonna point in this guy's gun and I'm gonna shoot it and see what happens.
They are bio coded to the individual
I
robot's
knew you were gonna
fingers.
say
Oh,
that.
did I say shoot it? I meant I'm beating him in the face with his pistol whipping him.
They have those biometric coatings, like they're
Midas,
smart
or,
guns.
Deimos, you gotta push the gun into his face and then make his finger pull the trigger.
Oh, sorry, it was actually the 34 above it, so not the 43. To see
That's
if
how
I
you gotta
start
do it.
smacking the shit out
Hold
of
on,
him.
hold on. Here we go. Big robot.
Oof.
I didn't do very good, guys.
Big robots are strong.
I'm not used to these robotos. Fucking weak bitch.
We'll beat the shit out of you. And then I will proceed to pistol whip him 3 times.
Wouldn't it be cannon whipping him?
No, this is the little gun I got, which I'm assuming that's how you shoot guns. You just smack him
You
with a
smack
pistol
him.
with a lot.
You should spark that last one, Deimos, so you kill him.
Huh.
That won't do it.
How high off the ground are you, Adis?
In order to have not blown away the gears, I probably would have needed to be about 30 feet off the ground, at least.
Okay.
So we'll say about 30 feet.
All right, so you're within jumping range of this robot here.
Okay. Come at me, Taliban.
He's gonna run up, slam into you, blow up.
I have a question.
Yep.
Because it would actually be kind of cool. So my Void Twist ability allows me to open a small rift in space Can I do a roll or something to make him go through that and pass through me and land on the ground?
It's not a reaction, is it?
Yeah.
No.
That's a reaction. Because he's jumping at me, so it's a pseudo ranged attack.
Void Twist. When dragons hit by a ranged attack, it can create a small rest in space. Increases AC by 5 against that attack. This is a save.
Oh, it's a save?
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Dex save.
The dex save for this dude is a 20 plus 17. So 27.
So you take half this in radiant damage.
Not immune to that. So I take
148.
148. Okay.
Okay, and then this guy's gonna shoot you twice with his blaster.
So leave me 1 sec before you do the damage on that. So 148. That gave me at 1004. Okay.
Renly, you're up.
Oh,
I am.
what's that first one? That was a miss and 35. Okay.
I
Oh,
am totally moving over.
Can't hear you,
One-
Renly.
hold on real quick, Midas.
Hmm?
I'm going to shield myself to give myself +5 armor class, which will raise me to a 34, then use my Void Twist to make his laser blast miss and hit somebody else within 30 feet of me, which would be the little red dude down there.
Why
You have
couldn't all
two
your turns
reactions?
be like that?
You have two
Oh,
reactions?
that wouldn't work. Yeah, never mind. Yeah, you don't have 2 reactions. Third.
I do now.
I wish.
Alright,
Good-
so
good
I'm
catch,
just
Owen,
doing
thank you.
this. Can you hear me?
Yeah, go closer to your mic. Is a cat between you and your mic? Hello?
All right. I'll talk for her.
The cat must have like
Oh,
attacked
hello,
the mic.
hello? Can
There
hear
you
me?
go. Now we hear you.
Okay, perfect. And here we go. And so I'm transforming into the branch Yggdrasil, and then I'm just going to do a little weave as a bonus action. So Elwyn is. There we go. And that's about it for me.
Bad robot number 1 is going to continue to punch Tempest in the face. Ellen, you're up.
Alright, I have to drop my Tesla fraction.
Oh, you should have a death ward on him. Yeah. Okay.
yeah,
good.
yeah,
good.
he does.
Did you heal
Jeez.
me, Deimos?
What?
Did you heal me?
No.
Did
Let me
you
see.
heal me?
7.
No one healed you.
Okay.
Tesla fraction in the way.
Okay.
For some odd reason, my wounds went away.
Yeah.
Okay, so 282 times 2 times 2. 1,128.
Robot number 3. 1,128. That is just enough.
Nice. Then I'm gonna fly over here, and I will quicken some firebolts. Oh wait, those guys are like running up and kamikaze, right?
Yes.
No, the Taliban suicide bombers.
All right, so I'll do this guy, and this guy with
Okay.
my firebolts. Do you need me to roll the damage?
Yes, roll damage real quick. Just see. You're not going to miss them. That's... Yeah, they die.
Okay, that's my turn.
Alright. Robot number 3. This guy's going to come in, blow up right here.
Wait, is Tempest unconscious?
No, he's at 1 hit point.
Oh shit. The unconscious effects on him. Oh, there you
So Renly and Elwyn make dexterity saving throws.
I'm a tree.
You fail.
Yeah.
Elwyn succeeds.
You should at least try.
10.
-4.
So you take that much damage,
I have a
Renly,
dex of 2, man.
and Elwyn takes half. And then he's going to attack Elwyn with his laser blaster.
55. Hold on. Okay, I'll shield 30.
Okay. It is your turn.
Alright. You know, I'm starting to really love haste with these forms. It's like this shit. Where is it? Gravity. Let me bring it. Where's fucking yours? Alright, so what's the range on this? Oh, 1,000 feet, cool. Let's see here. First, I'm gonna target Bad Master Robot 5.
Okay.
With my gravity breath. If he fails either of these, he's just gone.
He fails
'cause
both of them.
all-
He rolled ones
Yeah.
on both of them.
So his entire form is sucked into a black hole.
Yeah, he's dead.
Oh, I need to roll a d6 for my stellar fire breath, which I did not get back. And I will. I guess I'll fly over here and can I place my body between the two of them?
You can
Since
stand on
I'm, like,
over
sh-
Tempest. Tempest is like lying down on the ground.
Yeah.
Alright.
I'll like softly put a foot on him that doesn't do any damage.
'Kay.
And then I'll use my bite attacks on this guy. So it's 2 hits.
Okay.
And that'll be my turn.
Deimos is up.
I run really fast.
And
Are you in like Super Saiyan mode or second level?
yeah, so I'm just running.
Same.
Can I
Yeah.
use my reaction to open up Void Twist portal for him to jump through and hit the robot?
No.
Nah,
Pulling a blink move.
but and then I'll use my
Doesn't
action
he
to
give you
get-
more movement speed?
Oh, it does, but that was like 100 something feet. That was
Oh.
far as shit. Yeah. So yeah, you have like 120 feet to get there, which I didn't have.
This is only
But
100
I'll use
feet.
my action to get there. It was 110 for me. And then I'll do that, and I'll just my bonus action for healing.
Okay.
I can. Oh, Tempest. I know you don't need this, but here you go.
Okay, Renly's turn.
Alrighty, and looking at this, I am going to, firstly, add temp. My quick mend.
Ooh, okay.
Then I'm going to, rejuvenate, Elwyn and... So this will be the next turn too. And then I'll run as fast as I can over, which will be all of 20 feet, because I'm mobile, so I'm not just
That's
10
right.
feet. Huzzah!
That's still faster than Gwaine could run.
That's true.
Ada's he's just this last robot is just gonna attack you.
Alright.
Actually, he's gonna attack Deimos too with his blaster.
Bitch.
Alright, let me see if there's anything here. Deimos, what's your armor class?
Dude, I didn't get hit.
Huh? Yeah, you did. You got hit by a Mega Blaster, didn't you?
Oh, sure.
What?
Something missed me, but I guess another thing hit me.
I don't know. It's 23, dude. I got like the lowest armor.
Oh, okay. Nah, you're. Oh, I guess you do. I don't think I can shield that. Nope.
You each got hit once.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take it.
Cruddy roll. All right, well below average. Okay, Elwin, your turn.
Okay, so I'm just gonna move up, quicken some fire bolts, and then just firebolt again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow, look at those rolls. All right, so 5 of them hit. Mark this shit off. That is my turn. I would like to use my reaction to activate my Tesla fraction.
Okay. Okay. Blow him up.
Oh, Renly.
Oh no!
You would have walked 10 feet, to the north.
Would 5 feet up? Yeah, right there. I would have got him.
Yeah, you would have got him. Okay. Renly, if you didn't have mobile, you would have died. Dead.
No, right? I
But
know.
that extra little bit of movement saved your life.
Guys, I have 1 level 1 and 1 level 2 spell slots left.
Alright, this guy's dead. On the last robot here, Tempest is going to lay into him. He'll shout out something about the woman he loves. And there we go.
Huzzah!
Nice.
I will, since I got both my breath weapons back, I will black hole that little suicide terrorist Taliban motherfucker.
You kill it. Okay. So, finishing us off here.
I'll revert form, lay on my carpet. Because I'm almost dead.
Tharus looks around, and he looks at these robots that have been acting like that. He says, "This is dire indeed. It seems that this mechanical realm that I built, Modereme, something's wrong with it. Something insidious has infected the very brain of this land. It's seeping into the machinery, into the drones, everywhere. It's gotten everywhere, and it's causing at least 2% death amongst all infected."
Oh no.
There's a
It's Chronovid 20.
It seems we've gotten a virus. Okay. So you guys are in the heart of Modereme. You're gonna try to you have to try to figure out what's causing this to seize up. You figure that it has had some repercussions on the planes and on the worlds. Might even have something to do with the fact that the stars and the moon were in such disarray, and
You feel me after moon off, obviously.
when you were on the mortal plane. So let's see, you guys are all nicely spent. So let's pick this up next week at the same spot.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks for running.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Midas. That was cool.
Yeah,
I got a Melwin.
You have a Melwin to go with your Elwin.
Then give yourself that 8th level spell slot.
Oh yeah, he got one more
Nice.
tick of your shield. All right, guys,
Gotcha.
have a good night. I hope you guys stay safe and
Yep.
stay alive.
Yep, same.
That's
Everybody,
not morbid at
good
all.
time.
Thank you in this day and age, yes.
Well, you live in Seattle, right? Don't you?
No, Vancouver. We
Oh,
have
Vancouver.
had a lot of fun days of state of emergency.
Gotcha.
Did you see that in New York they had to send in a military medical ship hospital ship to deal with the non-coronavirus patients in the city.
Oh,
Wow.
good God.
Yeah, because they don't want them. I mean, like, you get a broken arm, you don't want to go into a hospital full of fucking people infected.
Yeah, it's wild over there.
That's true. Okay, night night, guys.
Night,
Bye.
guys.
See you guys.